Morning, I'm Jon Thelen. Today I'm fish ed. We're all fishing some big water, and as you can tell, it's big water with a lot of wind today. But I'll tell you what, these are the kind of days where you can really stack them up if you can get out there and get after them. That's what we're gonna try to do. It's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna show you a little bit about how to troll some cranks. We're also gonna talk about a brand new lure. So stay right where you're at. Fish ed's coming up. There's one right there. That feels like a decent fish. We're all basin trolling, and we're fighting a lot of wind today. I'm actually having to, when I ride with them, I'm going too fast. There's no way I'm gonna go against them. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to ride in the troughs of them. Just going, kind of in between them. There's a lot of fish on the craft this morning. It's just a question of getting them to see our bait, see what we got coming through. I don't think this is a giant, but it might be a good eater fish to start. There he is up on the surface. Get this net ready. Nothing wrong with this fish whatsoever. But going in between the troughs like this makes a big, big difference versus trying to go with them or against them. If you try to go with them or against them, you're not gonna have any boat control. The way we're doing it right now, I'm running my kicker, I'm running my front electric, and I'm keeping the boat headed straight forward, and this works. You can make this work let's not get hooked to start our day. You can make this work in this kind of condition, just going in between the waves. Great walleye to start. You know what? I think we're gonna keep a couple fish today, and that's an awesome start right there. So I think I'm gonna pitch him in. I expect to have a shot today at some big fish, and I expect to get some fish like this one as well. We'll keep one for dinner tonight. That's an awesome start. A lot of times it's so easy to say though, boy, I'm not gonna go today because of these conditions. And I mean, it's tough. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's tough. But like I say, lining up and going in between the waves like I'm doing here has made it so that I can control the boat. I'm trying to hold the boat somewhere between 1.9 and 2.3, and that's what you got to do. You got to put it kind of on that in between, because you got to understand you're going to still get the up and down. You're going to get a little bit of surge, but if I was trying to ride with them, here's what happens. Every time a wave catches me, I speed up so much at that lead core lifts, and my lure starts doing way too much of this down there. And I'm going too fast. If I'm going against them, the boat stalls out. So that's why you want to do this. I'll tell you right now, down there, it's fairly dark with all this wind. When you got all this wind, you got to make sure you're using stuff that they can see. We're using big baits today, big bandits. Making sure they can see it, hear it, feel it, vibration-wise, whatever it takes to catch them. There's one right there. Oh yeah, this one's got a little bit of weight to him. Let's cross our fingers that he doesn't have that hook tangled up on the side of his gill. He might be another good eater the way he feels. Yeah, we'll see here. Yeah, decent eater size fish. This is that late July, early August time frame where these fish all start getting out here in this basin stuff. And this is when, ooh geez, come here buddy. This is when they start biting on cranks. Look at that, flip the crank right out of him. I don't know that I've ever done that. I flipped that fish, crank flew right out of his mouth. Another great eater size fish. Fish stayed in the net. A little bit of luck there, huh? 15, 16 incher. He'll be dinner. Pitch him in there. But this is that time of the year where these fish all start getting out here. Every size fish is out here. There's eater size fish like that one. There's big fish out here. They just start piling up on this stuff at this time of the year out here in the basins. And all they're doing is eating. This is the best way to get them too, because you're covering ground. You know, I'm not really fishing structure here. I'm just fishing the middle of the lake. And I'm just cruising along, and you know, as long as I'm seeing fish, I'm fishing. I just did a lot of driving around until we found a pot of fish out here in this basin, and here we go. I mean, you put a bait in front of them and they're biting it. Man, what a tale of 2 days. Ooh, there's fish right there, look at that. Tale of 2 days. We started the day this morning in the wind. Look at that, how cool is that? Started the day in the wind this morning. Now it's flat. Here we are flattened out. Man, days just change. It's funny how that works. But I'll tell you one of the things that I think is so cool. This generator, it was working this morning in the low light, but in this dirty water condition I'm fishing, it's working when it went flat too. And that's a combination of things. One, we're making sure the fish can see it. But two, man, I'll tell you, it's the action, it's the rattles, it's everything about this bait that makes walleyes love it. And then you add those light sticks in there and they can see it. Boy, that fish just fought all the way here. Never wanted to hit the surface, and here we are. Ooh, another good fish. Man, they just eat this bait. This bait is so cool. I don't care if you're fishing Great Lakes or inland water. Look at this. Another great eye. Look at that one. That's a big fish. That's a big fish anywhere. Look at that. That is cool. Awesome fish. Let me get this thing unhooked. I'll show her to you. Whoa, 2 sets of pliers flying. There's one hook. Somewhere here, there's one more right there. That's it. Come here, big girl. Let go of the net. I'll show you to everybody, and then we'll get you back in the water. Another awesome fish. Man, just one after another today on these generators. That is cool right there. Get out of here, big girl. There she goes. That's awesome, man. That is just awesome. There's one right there. Oh yeah. You know, it's funny. You get wind change like this, or wind dies down. Sometimes it's as simple as just changing direction, just changing something, and now I'm able to kind of go with the waves. I'm still cross-cutting them a little bit, but I've changed direction a little bit. And for whatever reason, as soon as we change direction here, we're starting to catch a few more fish. And you know, I mean, that can be a lot of things, but I tend to believe that the fish, when the wind is really ripping, you know, they might be facing a certain direction, and you never know for sure what that is. But then as soon as the wind goes down and you can start turning and going different directions, sometimes you find out you start catching a lot more fish. And that seems to be what we got going on right now. I mean, there's just a lot of fish in this area in general. Pretty good fish. Got up close to the surface there, and now she's, there we go. Just keep them on the surface when they get there. She's got a pretty big mouth. I think it's a pretty good fish. Let's see here. Come on, big girl. Oh yeah, good fish. Man, I'll tell you what, these baits just flat out catch good fish. I mean, if you can go through with the noise that you make with a bait like this generator. You know, Bandit's got just an awesome rattle in it. I mean, it's a deep boom, boom, boom rattle. It's a call fish in rattle. Then you combine, oh, look at that. Got lucky there. Popped off right there. Not a giant, just a really, really nice eye. I'll tell you what, fish like that though, they get after baits like this every single day of the week. Put something down there they can see, put something down there they can hear, put something down there that they can tune in on. But man, putting them glow sticks in it and making sure they can see it, one after another, man, that's awesome.